Welcome to Seven Wonders of St. Clementine, a horror/thriller visual novel. They misspelled thriller. That's fine. Chapter 1. Oh, I didn't realize I was supposed to click it. The Old New School. I don't know if this has any voice acting in it. Usually they do, but... I know. I want to be a scientist just like you, Mom. I want to know about everything, just like you do. I promise. Wait, Mom? Where are you going? Mom, don't leave me. The boy opened his eyes, stupefied by the change of scenery outside. Because it was pure darkness at first? Was his eyes closed? Oh, yeah. He opened his eyes, so yeah, they were closed. It's a nice scenery, though. As the train was preparing to enter Shikaku Station, he found the scenery of the city he knew was gone, replaced by fresh countryside views. So he's on the train then? Guess he fell asleep from one destination to another. No more skyscrapers or crowded vehicles. Instead, there were only vast green fields decorated by innumerable varieties of trees and flowers alongside a bluish mountain range and a bright blue sky at its back. I wouldn't say the sky is bright blue. Just close my eyes and take a short nap, and then I'll be in paradise? The invitation he had received noted that someone would pick him up at the station when he arrived. One step closer. Wait for me, Mom. Oh, I figured his mom was dead by what he was saying. So what, she just left? As the train was slowing down, he heard an announcement from a small loudspeaker above him. It started with a slow jingle and was followed by a standard announcing voice. The voice was a bit obscured by static. Sai knew this had to be his destination. The Shikaku Station. He took his backpack and jumped off the train in excitement. Suddenly, however, he stopped abruptly. He had noticed something. The station was quiet, almost desolate. He was the only one who had gotten off at the station, in fact. The train he was in wasn't exactly full of people, but still, it made him ask himself, was I the only one on the train? No, I remember seeing others. Think. He thought of how quiet the train was, and a shiver ran down his spine. This reminds me of, like, one of the, short horror films someone put on YouTube. His heart raced, and his ears perked up. Excuse me. A noise buzzed in his brain, as if something had changed drastically. It felt as if he had placed his ear next to a roaring speaker. In that moment, every part of his body stiffened and fear consumed his already racing heart. Hey. Hey, are you alright? The voice brought him back to his senses. What? Hey, are you alright? You look pale. It finally breached his mind that he was talking to a girl. Wouldn't the girl be talking to him? You definitely don't look unwell. Should we go to a hospital? I'm fine. I just feel sick. Motion sickness? No, I don't get motion sickness. I know. Here, let me get you a juice. You stay here, okay? But wait. What, you don't want juice? What do you want? I want my mom. What is she talking about? Who are you? Just hanging around the station like this. Ah, how unbecoming of me. I'm Naira Yuka. That didn't explain much. You are Mizukami Sai, correct? Yeah, that's me. She promptly reached out and held his hand, giving him a big handshake in the process. Nice to meet you, Sai. I'm here to pick you up. I'll be your homeroom teacher. Huh? Oh, so you're... Sai was going to ask if this baby-faced girl could really be his homeroom teacher, but he swallowed those words back. It was an inappropriate thing to say to a girl. No, a woman. Well, yeah, she's a lady, even if she looks so... He shook his head. Sai really had to convince himself. Sai needs to stop thinking in third person. I'm terribly sorry, Sensei. I didn't... Someone was supposed to pick me up, but You. She left in the same cheerful manner as before. He figured she could probably tell what he was thinking. I'm an adult, you know. Yes. Sorry. That single strand of hair coming down in front of her eye is bugging the crap out of me. Otherwise, I really like her hairstyle. It's okay. Your face. It's not pale anymore. Do you feel better? I think so. What is happening? You seem fine when you get off the train. I don't know, but this station seemed really deserted. A lot of grammatical errors. Huh. You see, there's a little story about this train station. Story? Like urban legend? If you want to believe it is so, then so be it. She smiled as those words came out of her tiny mouth. The air is shifting, but Sai decided not to worry about it. So, what's the story? 10 years ago, there's a strange incident happening in the station. Her happy face went to a frowny face. A group of young travelers came here to the station. They were just enjoying their time, having a good time in the town, playing around and anything that traveler would do. They didn't do anything strange, but when they went back home, what was happening? So I just gulped nothing. They went back home safely. What? So, it's just a quiet station. A news came a few weeks later. A group of students died by hanging themselves a month before they came to this town. She caught Sai off guard. Those words, she meant it. There was no a single room for doubt in Sai's mind. That's impossible. I'm gonna be reading these grammatical problems. The woman's face was shifting towards the end of the rail. Unfortunately, that was one of many cases. People start to think that this station is a gate to the land of darkness. Yomi. Maybe it's similar to Styx River. You read your books. So that's why... I'm surprised that you're not actually scared of the story. Seeing is believing. I mean, if the story is true, then why is the station still being used to this day? I guess the locals still need it? That's true. Besides... A train came from another direction and stopped at the same station. Locals came out of the train. They waved at Yuka and greeted her warmly. Those are locals, right? Yep. So I didn't realize that he just sighed in relief. Yuka noticed and decided to not mention it. Now that I'm here to pick you up, are you ready to go to St. Clementine? Yes, I am, Sensei. You got everything with you, right? Yes, I have everything I need with me. It reads kind of like more of a book than a visual novel. Because we're getting like both viewpoints, which is really weird. She noticed a small briefcase behind Sai. That's a really small briefcase. Are you really going to live with that? I shoved everything inside the briefcase nicely, like folding my shirt into mini size. The cute and young-looking lady giggled as Sai's hand frantically demonstrated how he folded the clothes with the air. You're funny. There's a flirtatious air about them, which is odd. Don't be so stiff. Relax. Now, chop chop. She grabbed Sai's hand like a bite of a snake to its prey. Actually, it wasn't that deadly, but the grip was surely strong. Not to mention the peculiar long-looking sensei moved so swiftly, Sai almost tripped over his own feet. What are we rushing off to, sensei? Actually, we're not in a rush. God. If they keep saying, huh? It's gonna bug the crap out of me. The school started tomorrow and there's nothing much in this town. But spending an evening of your youthful day in a remote train station is kind of pathetic, right? Besides, I just told you a scary story. It might be a bad aftertaste. Right. That's why, let's take a detour. Detour? Why, you don't like to have a little date with a lady you just met? Dude, you're supposed to be my homeroom teacher. What? She's coming on strong. Yes, that is the question. Anyway, let's go. Just listen. Here we are. Wow, I never thought I'd see another good view like this. You must have your fill on your way here. But this isn't half bad. Mom told me that the sunset here is the most beautiful in the world. Really? That's good to hear. I feel like the black screens are them holding out on us, the player, just to have the view a big surprise, which is, I don't know, it doesn't work. It's more annoying because I can't see shit. It's like his eyes are shut. Over to the side where you could let him, there was an overhead view of a peninsula. It looked down into the valley where the city was built up from. See, just start out with this view. Why make it a black screen? There was a peninsula with a direct view into the valley where the city stood. It was definitely a traveler's destination. There were some people around to see the same view, but Yuka knew that there was a better place to have a better sight. Wow, that sun sure is bright. The world was simply washed by a calm yet mysterious orange light that brings an indescribable feeling. One thing for sure. You should close your mouth, or you'll catch an insect in there. Ah. Here, have a drink. She keeps wanting me to have a drink. She took a couple of bottles of Ramoon out of a paper bag. Seriously? This is so off-season. This is good whenever you have it, don't you think? I don't know if I can agree to that, but thank you, Sensei. Well, you're a tough guest. Then how about this? She pulled another paper bag out of nowhere. When she told him about Detour, she really meant it. She, much to Sai's surprise, drove a car with that petite body and she drove her Beetle smoothly. Well, it doesn't matter what body you have. If you drive a car, you drive a car with your body. And she doesn't really drive a car with her body. She just sits in the seat. What is he talking about? And Anko Tayaki. She managed herself to mimic a certain blue cat robot saying those words. Wow, now this, I don't mind having it every time. I think it's impossible for someone to hate Anko Tayaki. Enjoy. Let me be the judge of that. Ouch, it's hot. Be careful, it was fresh from the oven. Or fish-shaped pan, whatever. You get what I mean. They were enjoying the sweet Anko Tayaki in silence. And the atmosphere which quickly turned awkward. No, it's been awkward for a while. So, Sensei, why are we here? To enjoy the view. Why? He answered immediately, like there's nothing to think about. No, I mean... Don't you think it's beautiful? Yes. The camera doesn't know which person to look at. So I was looking at the city he was going to live in. Between the vast range of mountains, clear blue sky, lush forests, there lay a small city. The city was strangely blended so well with the surroundings, creating a huge canvas of a masterpiece. There, the block just on the edge of the forest. Can you see that? Yes. That's St. Clementine. Really? The whole block? The whole block. I'm getting whiplash from them looking from one person to the other. I heard some rumor of it being so huge, in pictures and videos that is. But seeing in person feels so different. Massively different. Can we pan out and just focus on the both of them? She smiled, enjoying her remains in silence, and let the boy adore the scenery. It was a perfect situation. The sky was clear and the breeze was nice. Yuka wanted to feel the air much more, but they couldn't stay much longer. As she finished her moon, a big grin blossomed on her face. Feeling better now? So, she's worried about me. Well, I did tell her that I don't get motion sickness. But yeah, I really had to admit that the bizarre happening right after I got off the train still stuck in my mind. Right now, that feel lessens. Thank goodness. So I drank his Ramoon off and nodded enthusiastically. Thank you, Sensei. This is awesome. She gave him a peculiar smile. So, you believe what you're seeing now? Huh? So keep this in mind. This guy won't tell the story by itself. What do you mean? Just keep that in mind. Take it as an adult's advice. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you look like an adult. After all, the road ahead is really long. The lady lowered her voice, almost as she was whispering. Sensei? You hear me? School life is a long road. Make sure you do your best, young man. She smacked the boy's back. Ugh. Alright then, let's go to school. It seems like we used up too much time here. Is it nighttime? Is the sun rising or setting? Because I thought it was, I don't know, bordering on night, I guess. Thank you very much for the treat, Sensei. No problem. Now we gotta head to the school. Most of your belongings, beside this small briefcase, should be at your dormitory room. But you still need to arrange them yourself. Oh, it's like a campus school? Is that what I'm getting from that? So I remembered that he sent most of his belongings prior to his departure. And please be nice to your roommate, will you? Though I don't get the image that you're the type to pick a fight with someone else. Oh lord, who's my roommate? St. Clementine Private High School. They have rooms in a high school? The sun was already set when they arrived at the school gate. The main gate was tall and made from a glossy iron decorated with antique pattern carvings on every part of its body. Greeneries peeked from behind sturdy trunks, although it was a bit hard to see without more lighting. Whoa. Well, how does it feel to finally be here? It definitely feels nice. And you haven't even seen everything yet. It's too bad it's already nighttime, though. So I looked at everything with curious eyes, and Yuka couldn't help but notice her new student's excited face. She suddenly stopped the car, pressing down on the brakes. That's how you stop a car! Are we already there? She shook her head and gave her usual smile. Sai, you can explore the school for a while if you really want to. You look so curious about everything here. It's really weird. The whole setup is really weird. Like, her being a homeroom teacher and outright flirting with us. And then just being like, yeah, you can, you know, roam the school at night. I somehow feel like I've been here before. Somehow. Somehow? Some fuzzy memories. Are you some kind of amnesiac or something? No, of course not. Maybe I was really young when I visited here or something. I'm just kind of nostalgic is all. Well, do you want to explore school or not? It might be kind of weird to wander around at night. Her tone seems a bit different from before. Can I really do that? I guess so. But I have to remind you that the school ground is quite large. Don't stay out too late, or get lost. What are you going to do, Sensei? Good question. I'll probably park my car over near the dorms. Oh, let me also tell you, if you want to take a walk around the school for a while, you should start with the main building over there. You'll spend most of your time there anyway. Now, I don't know if you are actually encouraging me to explore or not. Well, I think that'll be okay. Like I said, it's weird to wander at night, though. Well, can I? I just ask this? I suppose, but remember, don't get carried away. You still have a lot to do back in your own room. Don't exhaust yourself. Tomorrow's your first day after all. Sensei? Before you go, what time is the curfew? 8 o'clock. Don't even think you can get past curfew without expecting something. Something? The ghost, of course. Ghost? Shh, how boring. You should have reacted more to that one. No, really, I'm definitely scared. He rolled his eyes. What's with that reaction? Sorry. It's like I said earlier about ghost stories. You see, there's specifically some mysteries around school. They call them the 7-1. Oh dear lord, look at the time. Sai, I really need to go now. You'll be fine on your own, right? Sai nodded. Yes. Remember not to pass the curfew, and be nice to your roommate. If it's freaking dark right now, what time is it? I feel like it's past curfew. And she wants me to wander around the school at night? I will, thank you, Sensei. She stopped the car and her head pops out of the window. The male dorm is the blue one. Oh, okay. She gave one thumbs up and drives her car away. She's oddly motherly. It is a problem. Don't be out past curfew. Curfew's 8 o'clock. It's like midnight in this game. He bowed as the vehicle moved away. Hello, Nocturne. God, it's been a while, hasn't it? I actually have to cut the stream short, despite having only streamed for like 25 minutes because my mom just texted me, would you bring your dear mother lunch? I'm like, shit. I just started recording, Mom. He bowed as the vehicle moved away. As the car disappeared from his sight, Sai started to wonder where he should start. He looked around and walked down the first path in sight. Later that night. I feel like I should save it here. Well, I gotta say, as of right now, this game is not up to par with the letter or damn it. What's the other game? Iwahime. The letter in Iwahime just topped this one. But I haven't gotten to any scary parts yet, so I have to reserve my judgment a little bit. No, it's not supposed to be like the letter, but it is a horror thriller visual novel, and all the misspellings is like throwing me off, and it pans back and forth between the characters, and I get whiplash. The school grounds were relatively calm, but there was still some kind of strange overarching feeling. There was a peculiar atmosphere the school gave off. It was a combination of the European-style buildings and the fact that the buildings had been worn down by the ages. Elegant yet mysterious. Majestic yet lonely. The stillness was definitely unsettling. Maybe it was the lack of students. Sai was still walking, but his eyes fell on a footpath on the grass behind bushes. The footpath exposed the ground below. It gave Sai a hint that the path had not been used until recently. The width of the path was narrow, and inconsistent further down. Definitely makeshift, perhaps not something public. I wonder where this path heads to. Our doom? The downward path definitely led further into the forest. The atmosphere grew from peculiar to dark and more overtly mysterious. A series of images ran through Sai's mind. All those mysterious sightings inside the forest. People always claim to see ghosts. It's like what Yuka-sensei had said. Darkness tends to fuel people's imagination, though. When there's nothing there, people's minds always fantasize to fill the void. Humans need something to stimulate their mind, stimulate the concept of living. The concept of nothing is... Sai stopped and sighed, recollecting himself. Well, I have no light with me. I don't want to risk anything. I guess I'll just explore the school little by little instead. That way. A normal way. The main building will probably be locked anyway. Maybe I'll just start over there. Sai made his way down a well-lit road, leading him to a chapel. The top of the building was quite the contrast to the night sky on the horizon. The roof was a striking red color, compared to the blackness of the night sky. The building wasn't necessarily the most beautiful building he had ever seen, it has its own uniqueness and was definitely captivating. He then proceeded to try and open the door, but the door was locked. He was pretty disappointed with himself. Of course it would be locked. Why would a chapel be open at night? Sai's eyes danced around and found another footpath beside the building. It led back down into the nearby forest. It looked similar to the other footpath that he found before. At this angle, the moon was so bright that he could see the path ahead. Oh well, here goes nothing. He took a turn into the path. Following the path brought him to a place that dazzled his eyes. A garden filled with an endless varieties of colorful flowers bathed in the moonlight. I wish I could see the endless varieties of colorful flowers. Because from what I see, all my flowers is on the left side. And they're not very colorful. It felt like he had been transferred to a different dimension. On his right side, there was a pond hiding behind a curtain of fresh bamboo clumps. Its crystal-like water bathed in the moonlight as well, glimmering like 1,000 diamonds sat on its surface. In the middle of the pond, a rock wrapped within a huge rope and talisman sat alone. What's with that rock? He tried to move closer, intending to get a better look. An ancient Japanese shrine in a Catholic school? Sai was sure that the ancient shrine was there for a reason. There was some sort of hypothesis already formulating in Sai's mind, but he didn't have enough information. He didn't want to draw a baseless theory. He looked around a bit more. There, ahead of him, a Virgin Mary statue of about half Sai's height stood on a pedestal. She's gonna catch that shooting star. It's gonna go right to her heart. Hi, Nocturne! At a glance, the Virgin Mary statue was your usual icon, but upon closer inspection it had a kind of unusual pose, certainly different than how Catholics tend to depict Mary. It didn't hold a baby, and the gesture was different. It looked as if it was pointing at something. Sai inspected the statue closer. Something immediately caught Sai's attention. Though the hands pointed down, the statue definitely seemed to be looking at the sealed stone. It piqued Sai's interest, and he moved closer to the statue. Is he not hearing the laughter of children? Even though it gave him goosebumps, Sai really had to admit that the statue was masterfully made. The statue was meticulously crafted down to the very last detail. Wrinkles of the clothes, and the expression down to its muscle. I bet it's an actual person. At the focal point of the statue were eyes that intently looked down upon the sealed rock. But why? That was certainly not a careless mistake or an accident. Sai's gaze moved back and forth between the statue and the rock. There's that good old mistake. A Catholic symbol looking at a Japanese ancient shrine. This time his eyes were fixed on the sealed rock. What? Oh, I'd get the hell out of there. Someone's summoning a demon! The statue seemed to start moving. What if I don't? What if I don't? What if I don't? What? Grah. Oh, I think we died. That sounded like a bunch of bones being crushed. Before Sai could turn face around, the sinister-looking statue hit Sai's shoulder, causing it to loudly shatter. He fell to the ground, only to witness the statue turning itself into a much more menacing figure. Without a second thought, Sai's mind told him the only thing he could do was run, attempting to ignore the pain on his shoulder. But that attempt was futile, as the statue quickly sliced off a limb with a quick movement. Alright. No, no, someone help me, help! The scream was cut off by statue reaching for the neck. Hey! Statue from hell. Virgin Mary is not a nice person. This cannot be happening? Oh! Oh wow, that statue really... She's had enough, alright! She's had enough of this bullshit. So... Statues of Virgin Marys. Oh, and there's text to go with it, great. The statue ate Sai's corpse, leaving no trace behind. We're gonna need to try that again. Thank you, game. Thank you. Game over. See ya! Alright guys, that was the 30 minutes of 7 Wonders of St. Clementine. I only saw one wonder, and she tore me apart. Gotta go back to her. Nice ending. And it's kind of brutal. Kids, don't go wandering around at night. Alright, we can save this shit. Statues seem to start moving. Oh, you better get all the way over there. Woo! Sai thought about how alive the statue was. In fact, it wouldn't even look like a strange thing if the statue was to start moving. The writing! Fix the writing! It wouldn't even like such a strange thing. What's scary about this game is the text. He immediately turned around. But that's impossible. He stopped the sentence as he saw a movement. A large, abrupt movement. A blurry image of the ominous statue was etched to his mind. He kept both of his eyes open, so I had to make sure he wasn't blinking. Then he closed one eye, then he opened it, then he closed the other eye. Scariest thing in the game, typos. What the? Then he blinked as many times as he could. Nothing was changing. Nothing was happening. It's because I saved your damn life. Gosh. Well, maybe it's just my eyes playing a trick on me. He turned again to the sealed rock. There was nothing there still, no matter what his mind said. I guess that's that then. Yep, that's that. He looked down at his watch as he re-entered the main campus grounds. I believe I still have some time. You believe? Do you not have a watch? Curfew's 8. What does he look like where the moon is, or where there's no sun anymore? He turned around and looked at the empty main road which encircled the school complex, then tightened his grip on his backpack. He was going to run his way up into the dorm when someone suddenly shouted at him. Hey you! What are you doing at a time like this? A well-endowed girl with a ponytail was quickly speeding towards Sai. A well-endowed girl! Okay. We know what kind of person Sai is now. The feeling she gave off was much different than what Yuka-sensei had given Sai. There was a killing glare, like a lioness hunting down her prey. Sai couldn't be helped but shrivel back in confusion. By the look of her uniform, Sai deduced that she must be some kind of senior with authority of some sort. I'm the hall monitor! You know it's Pat. I'm sorry. So I didn't give her time to scold him much further, instead just blurting out the first thing on his mind. I got late here. I didn't get much information regarding school. I just want to explore a bit of the campus. Silence filled the air. Bowing down quickly, Sai could no longer see the troubled expression on the girl's face. Okay, raise your head. Thank you for your explanation. Her tone was still cold. You know about the curfew time? Yes, I know. I'm heading back to the dorm now. I see. You must be a late train student. Yeah, I heard you might be here later than usual. It's Mizukami Sai. I'm Aikawa Reiko, Vice President of St. Clementine Student Council. Sai nodded. If you're thinking about if I'm going to reprimand you, then the answer is yes. It's dangerous to go at night like this. Take this. Hands him a sword. They're evil statues. What were you thinking? He thought about if he should mention Yuka-sensei. There's probably more trouble than it was worth. I'm sorry, I should have been more careful. How did you even get here? I mean, is there no one accompanying you? You seemed more annoyed than anything. Taking a deep breath, Sai tried to explain about his trip there. What kind of game is this? It's a visual novel. Horror visual novel. I see. Well, if that's the case, I can maybe excuse it this time. For now. A thought crossed Sai's mind suddenly. How about you, Vice Prez? Are you patrolling alone? If it's so dangerous. You just call her Vice Prez? She's gonna punch you in the face. There was a sudden silence. No words came out of her mouth. Her eyes wandered into the void. Something seemed to occupy most of her mind. The question certainly caught her off guard. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Now, Mizukami, you need to go back to the male dorm. I finished patrolling, so I'm going back as well. Yeah, of course. And be careful on your way back. What are you saying? It's the same way. We're heading back together. What? The dorms are next to each other after all. Oh. Of course. He knows the layout. Sometime later. Surprisingly, the dorm room was neat and clean. There were two sides of the room, each looked exactly like the other, as if there was a mirror. A desk and a single bed stuck into the wall. Again, it was surprisingly neat. After Ryuga had said, Sai was a bit taken aback by the tidiness of the room. He had expected something else. Thank God. I didn't think he'd be this clean. What's his name again? Kurokawa? Kurokami? That's a girl. That's a frightening girl. What do you mean think he'd be this clean? It's weird. I see weird things in this game. Yuto. Yeah, that's right. Yuto. Kurokawa Yuto. Yep, that's me. You? Oh. Look at that creamy complexion. What? Did you think I was a ghost or something? Too bad. It's me, Yuto. He puffed out his chest with thumbs pointing at himself. Could already tell he was certainly a character. So, you must be the victim of that delayed train. I mean, I suppose? Well, glad to see you're alive, I guess. And not torn to shreds down by the statue. From today on, we'll be roommates, dude. Glad to see him alive. What kind of joke is that? Oh, okay. I'll look forward to it. My name is Mizukami Sai. Okay, Sai. Let's get along together. Let's not! Yuta gave his friendliest smile. It was sincere, but still exuded a tough aura. This guy's structure was built taller than Sai. His body was built like a tank or something. How is his body built like a tank? Please explain that to me, because I don't see it. It's not like a linebacker, good God. Don't be so tense, dude. Relax. He laughed and slapped Sai's back, almost sending him to kiss the floor. By the way, Kurokawa. Massive cannon. Just Yuto is fine. Alright, Kurokawa. Not calling you Yuto. Okay, Yuto. Sai pointed to a small briefcase by Yuto's side. Tell me, what's with that briefcase? Oh, Yuka-sensei handed this to me on my way here. Here you go, dude. Thanks, dude! Is he like a surfer? Is he always gonna say dude? Quickly stuffed the briefcase into my hands. Thank you very much. Sorry for the trouble. I must have forgotten to take it with me. Don't be so formal. Like I said, relax. It's all good. It's all good, bruh. Sai raised his arm and scratched the back of his head again awkwardly. I think I lost count of how many times I'd told to relax. Oh, actually, what are you gonna do with these boxes? Hell, what's even inside those boxes? Not much, just some books and stuff. Books and stuff, eh? And that's which side you want, but, well, I took the left side already. Hope you don't mind. I'm a lefty, not a righty. We're gonna switch. It's okay. I'm fine with whichever side. Yuta took a few steps toward the boxes on the right side. Here, I'll help you with the boxes. What? No, you don't have to. It's okay. Dude, what if I got sex toys in there? You just rummage through someone else's boxes? Let's just say I'm doing this to balance things out. I feel like you'd probably help anyway. Good eyes, Sai. Good eyes. Both of them laughed together. I'll take your offer then. Let's get started. Later. I figured he would have had his shirt off. We? Do you mean woo? I guess that's all? Thanks, Yuto. No problem. They managed to stack the boxes over on the side of the dorm. Man, you ain't kidding. These books are heavy as hell. What are you gonna do with all of them? I'm gonna burn them. Yep. Build me a nice little fire. Read them, duh. What else? Stacking them as an emergency bed? I'll never do that. By the way, can I open the window? Man, we need fresh air. Open away, bro. A fresh night air seeping through the window. It was a nice breeze, not too cold, just a fine night air. Not far from the dorm, there was an old building that saw back when he walked to the dorm. In the night with the moon is only one light source, the building looked like a massive black silhouette. Is this an unchristian game? It's got Catholic vibe to it because there was Sister Mary statue. There's no light. Nothing. It looks like a black curtain, don't you think? Now you mention it, it definitely is. So, you know anything about that? It is an abandoned indoor pool. That's all. Have you ever been to a theater? Nope, never. I'd love to watch a theatrical play. Their topic switches are weird, man. It's like a black curtain. Have you ever been to a play? That's kind of unexpected. Well, what can you say about someone's hobby? Sorry. So what about it? You see, the moment that the red curtain opens is everything about theatrical play for me. Even just seeing it opening is so exciting. The only thing I can think from that black curtain is an eerie feeling. Somehow I reminded Sai of the bizarre moment that struck Sai in the train station. When that curtain is opening, can you imagine what will come out of it? A horde of zombies! I don't know. I look at this building and I just think of The Walking Dead where they had all those zombies on the inside. Might be something you can't really enjoy. That's why I did an investigation. Oh, wait, you what? I went in the locked building. Was it unlocked when you went in? Locked? Then how did you get in? Wait, that's not the point. Why'd you do that? Don't you look at the building because you're curious? Well, what about the fact that the building is just right over the window? Really? Oh, well, so what did you find? You were curious in the end. Well, unfortunately I found nothing. That's a good thing. It's fortunate for you that something bad weren't happening to you, man. It's such a slow build-up. But I'm certain that there's something hidden there. What do you think? Want to go with me in the next exploration? No. Come on, man. We're gonna be the next Watson and Holmes. They deal with real case, man, not something metaphysical. Huh? Who said anything about ghosts? Those words stroke into Sai's deepest mind. He realized that he started to shift from his own vision. Never once he experienced anything metaphysical. Until a bizarre moment in the afternoon. Hey man, you okay? Right, yeah, I'm fine. So, no. I will not go with you. And look what time it is, man. We should get some rest. It's 8 o'clock. We should sleep. Man, time sure flies. That it does. I don't trust this game. After the statue killed me, I just don't trust it. I really shouldn't be late for tomorrow. Oh, by the way, can I keep this blind mask? I found in your boxes. Huh? Sure. I'll remember bringing that, though. I'll take as payment for the labor of opening your boxes. Sure, take it. Good night, dude. Yeah, good night. Where am I? Who's there? I hear children laughing. Children laughing in a horror game is the worst. Next to dolls. Dolls are also bad. I thought I heard someone's voice. Sigh. What? That voice. Sigh here. It's me. Yeah, I played a game called Lust Epidemic. Mom? Is that you? Oh, mom's not gonna look good. I get the feeling. Sigh. Wait, Mom, don't go. Mom! Dude, wake up. Oh man, you finally opened your eyes. What? What happened? You look like you're in pain or something. I realized that all of his muscles were all tensed. And there's a lot of sweat on his forehead. Oh man. Nightmare, bro? Bro, like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, unfortunately. Man, I'll be glad to let you rest. We got a ceremony to catch. What? Gosh. Calm down, man. Here, get some drink. We still got a lot of time. A bottle of water quench sized dry throat. Thanks, man. This bro conversation. Is this how it is? Is this how bros talk? You're welcome, dude. Here, your towel. You might want to wash your face first before changing your clothes. What? What are you? My mother? Call me Godfather. In your dream. Heck, this is my towel. How did you... Last night I did help you with those boxes. Right. Get your ass moving, man. Look at the time. He just said we had plenty of time. Now he's telling me to look at the time? Good morning, everyone. Ohio! First and foremost, I am honored to be selected as a representative of the student body to welcome this year's first-year students. With all respect and love, I hope you will enjoy the rest of your school days here in St. Clementine. And now, for the opening of the ceremony, let's welcome the principal of St. Clementine. Aikawa Reiko, the vice president of the student council, was the MC for today's ceremony. So I couldn't see her clearly last night. It was especially dark. Or maybe it was especially dark. What? You said the same thing. It was especially dark, or maybe it was especially dark. There's no difference between them! Am I reading it wrong? No! The main character is a guy. Well, now Sai could clearly see her face and her figure. It was just the same, but much clearer. Only one thing that didn't really fit the bill. Her voice and tone were different, like night and day. I guess that's what we call a business face. What? You see, I met her last night when I was walking to the dorm. What? Well, she kind of reprimanded me because I was walking alone at night. What? What is wrong with you? It must have been especially dark, or, you know, especially dark. Can't you tell the difference between one especially dark and another especially dark? Apparently not! I thought they were both especially dark! Is he like zombified? I know, right? I mean, it's more dangerous for her, a girl, to walk in the dark. Okay. Okay, just because she's a girl, it's more dangerous for her to walk in the dark. Who died? Huh, Sai? You did. I guess that's Vice President of Student Council for you, but I think she's especially diligent. What? What's wrong with you? Why do you keep saying what? Are you listening to music? Jesus Christ. I gotta punch this guy in the face. I'll take a bite of my food. Calm my temper down. Girls can't see in the dark. Well, Yeah, I guess you're right on that one. Can't see shit in the dark. That's why they made cell phones with lights on them. Yeah. Wait, are we doing conversation just now? What? He says what? One more time. One more time, I'm gonna flip shit. I'm just gonna flip shit. Beside him, a boy with a mouth that doesn't seem to want to close. Dude. What? God damn it, man! His eyes were fixed on MC's figure all this time. And it didn't blink at all, as if he couldn't miss every second of her. Have you never seen her before? Drinking game, take a shot every time you consent. Why? I have alcohol with me. What? What? He's apparently Twitter-pated. But seriously. She's not much to look at. Whatever, though. What? Just for that, I took a drink. Dude, you got your head in the right place? Don't. Don't say it. Okay, thank God. He put words after what this time? What an angel. Yeah, yeah. What? God? Ah! Oh my goodness. You massive idiot. I would just get up and walk away from him. The devs did this on purpose. Let's make a really annoying part of the game where the character just says what constantly. See how many people rage. One of the seven wonders of Saint Clementine is you two constantly saying what? Did you just talk shit about me? Did you just form an actual sentence? What? He turned his head to sigh. Thank you, Principal, for opening speech. Now represented from... Look, your angel. She's speaking. Oh my god, what an angel. Does her hair not remind you of the hair in oh, what's that game? With like 3 or 4 girls in it. It's a book club and they're all crazy. And the game like glitches out. Is she a no-no German? Yeah, Doki Doki. Does her hair not look like the girl in Doki Doki, except it's not as long as her? I swear it is. Maybe not though. Whatever. Just like a button, his attention instantly turned towards the girl. What the hell, dude? I like Monica's. The ceremony is finally done. All the students were asked to wait until further notice. Just chopping his hair, dude. Don't be racist. I'm just saying. There are similarities there. Hashtag just Monica. We all know Monica was a crazy pants, so I expect her to be crazy pants. They are not to enter the school building and encouraged to explore the school, but don't enter the forest. Ah, finally done. That took longer than I expected. Well, at least everyone was amused, especially by our homeroom teacher. Cy Newton knew from a wall bulletin next to student that they are in the same class. A wall bulletin next student. Yeah, okay. Sure. Which means our homeroom teacher was none other than Yuka Sensei. She was cute. I remembered how Yuka Sensei was so childlike when she gave her speech. She even bit her own tongue. How do you know she bit her tongue? Was her tongue sticking out and she just bit down on it? Weirdo? Dude, don't say that. She's our elder. Though her appearance is like a little girl. I really shouldn't laugh at that. So dude, where are we going now? Dude, where's my car? Where? What do you mean? Come on, dude, we need to explore. The school is huge. How about no? Man, sitting here in the sunlight, what's so fun about that? Waiting here until you get old? I was going to read a book, but alright. Last night, I wasn't really satisfied with my little exploring. Now that's the spirit. By the way, you got any eye drops, man? Huh? No, yeah, I carry eye drops with me all over the place, dude. I don't know, my eye hurts. It's so dry. You want to take your eyes off of Raiko for even a second, huh? Oh, shut it. There was nothing worth mentioning. So we didn't say crap. This is such a natural, real conversation. This is why I don't converse with people, then.